So to get started, let's go ahead and get centered. Go ahead and slide to the back of your chair. Be comfortable, feet flat on the floor if you'd like. You can recline into your chair if you want to, or you could sit up straight. It's completely up to you. If you're feeling tired, you might want to sit up straight. That way you don't fall asleep, before we actually get to the movement part of this. But feel your feet on the ground, feel your hands in your lap, feel your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Take just a couple of breaths in and out, allowing the movement of your breath to bring your mind into your body. So where do you feel that movement? Is it in your chest, ribs, your belly? Is it a big movement? Is it a small movement? Does it feel easy to take a breath, or does it feel more labored? As you try to ground your mind and your body, do you feel thoughts taking you away from that endeavor? And can you bring your mind back when that does happen? As you're aware of your body, maybe you notice regions that are holding tension. It's the end of the week at this point. Where are you holding tension from the week? Is it in your shoulders, your neck? Is it your back? Maybe in your hips? Maybe it feels like your jaw is really tight. Maybe behind your eyes. Maybe all of that, maybe none of it. Just another breath or two in this awareness. All right, and then take a deeper, fuller breath. And allow your eyes to open, bringing yourself on back. Welcome back. And slide to the edge of your seat. All right, starting off with the knees hip width apart, heels stacking underneath the knees, nice stable base. We're gonna do some stuff for the shoulders. So have your arms relaxing down by your sides. With your inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, lift the arms overhead, look up, and then exhale, release the arms on down. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up, and you're extending through your fingertips. Good, exhale, release down. Good, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, releasing down. Let's do a few more of these, starting to get these shoulders warmed up. And you're not just stretching the shoulders here, you're stretching the sides of the body, like underneath your arms. And you might even feel some stretch in the pectoral muscles, the chest, as you reach up. Good, let's do one more, all right? Reach up and release on down. And just notice sensation from just that one set of movements. And then, of course, we'll build onto that sensation. So go ahead and interlace your fingers, press the palms away from you, extend the hands forward, and then lift the arms overhead. And you're reaching through the wrists here, extending upward. Now, sometimes when we do this, the lower back starts to arc forward. So see if you can steady the lower back. So feel the tailbone tuck under just a bit. Feel the navel pull back toward your spine, and then reach up. Good. Breathe. Good. Reach up, inhale. And then exhale, take the arms forward and down. Take an adjusting breath here. Good. And then we're going to come back into that same exercise. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, extend them forward, and then take them up. So reaching through the wrists. And we're going to do a bit of a back bend here, but I want you to think about back bending with your upper back. So from the shoulder blades and up. So I'll turn sideways a bit here. You're going to engage your core again. So tuck the tail under just a bit, navel pulling back toward your spine, lower back staying steady, and then just turn the heart toward the ceiling. Feel your shoulder blades cutting into your mid back. Keep reaching through the wrists. Keep breathing. Few more breaths. Keep the lower back flat or steady. Heart turning toward the ceiling. Good. Then come back up to a tall spine. Take the arms forward and relax. Feel sensation, stretching in the chest, the upper back, the arms. Notice how you feel energetically. That one can wake you up a bit. Good. Let's move on to some more movement here. Still having the knees hip width apart, heels stacking underneath. We'll do some dynamic twisting, which just means that we twist, but we keep moving. So arms by your side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm behind you, twist. Inhale, come back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, take your left arm forward, right arm back, twist. Inhale up. Let's do the right arm forward. Inhale up. And let's do the left arm forward. Keep going. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twisting. Getting the spine nice and warmed up here. Spine can get so tight. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twisting. Let's go just a couple more times on each side, all right? Lift and twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And then come to the first side or a side. It doesn't matter which one, really. We're going to stay. Good. And if you can, have your right arm on the outside of your left thigh, or whichever arm is forward is on the outside of the outer thigh. Good. Sitting up tall. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, looking behind you. Good. One more. All right, inhale, lift the arms up, come back through center, and let's go the other way, whichever direction you didn't just do. And whatever arm is forward, have that hand on the outside of the thigh, sitting tall, inhale, exhale, twist a little bit deeper, taking the right or the back shoulder back a little bit further and looking behind you. It's as if with each exhale, you twist just a hair further, the spine rotating a bit more. Good, one more breath. And then inhale, lift the arms up, come back through center. And exhale, release your arms on down. Good. Feel sensation once again. The spine, we just kind of work the whole thing out from the low back all the way up to the neck. Good. And then we'll do some work for, or more work, I should say, for the shoulders. So taking your arms out to the side. Good. Then sweep your hands in front of you. Have your right hand over your left, and then continue sweeping across and give yourself a hug, holding onto your shoulders. Good. Now, this might be as far as you go, but if you can, just inch yourself into a tighter hug. Good. And then sitting tall, go ahead and lift your elbows in front of you. and breathe. You'll start to feel your shoulder blades widen, creating space in your upper back, stretching those muscles between the shoulder blades. Keep the elbows lifting and keep breathing. Aware of that inhale, aware of the exhale. Lift the elbows a bit more. 2 more breaths here. Good. And then carefully lower the elbows down and then release the hug. Good. Feel sensation. You might just move the shoulders around a bit to see what was going on there. Beautiful. So we did right over left. Now we do left over right. So take the arms out to the side, sweep them forward, left over right, and then continue across. Give yourself a hug, holding onto the shoulders. And then if you can, inch the hands a little bit further into a tighter hug. Good. So sitting tall again, lift the elbows in front of you. Again, the shoulder blades are widening. We're stretching the space between them, and we're taking deep breaths. You can imagine that with each inhale, you're just stretching a bit more. Keep lifting the elbows. We'll stay for just a few more breaths. Good. Then drop the elbows down and release the hug. Good. And just feel sensation in and around your shoulder blades. Might roll the shoulders round a bit just to help loosen up anything that got tight there. Great. All right. I'm going to take a drink of water. You're welcome to do so as well. And then I'll demonstrate this next movement. It's just arm movements, but when we move the arms, like I mentioned before, moving everything that connects to the arms. So the upper back, the chest, the sides of the body. So I'll turn diagonally out to the side so you can see multiple angles here. So there are a few movements. With your inhale, you'd lift the arms up. With your exhale, you'll bend the elbows and bring the arms into what I call cactus arms. So the upper arm is parallel to the floor, and you're cutting the shoulder blades together. With an inhale, you're going to bring the elbows and palms together in front of you and look down, the upper back widening. And then exhale, drag the elbows back along the sides of the body and peel the heart open. Okay, I'll lead you through that. Don't worry. I just wanted you to see it once first. So go ahead and have your arms down by your side. And then inhale, lift the arms up, extending through the sides of the body. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, bring the palms and elbows together in front of you, round the back. And then exhale, drag the elbows along the side of the body, open the heart. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up again. Exhale, cactus arms. Round the back, bring the hands and elbows together. And then drag the elbows back, open the heart. Again, inhale, lift. Cactus. Palms and elbows together. And then open back up again. Lift. Cactus. Round. Drag back. Keep going. Lift. Cactus. Bring it together. Drag it back. A few more times. Lift. Cactus. Arms and palms together. Drag back. Good. A couple more times. Lift. Cactus. Together. And back. Lift. Cactus. Together. And back. Let this be our last one. Lift. And then when you come into cactus, stay. Good. Feel the shoulder blades really working together toward one another at the back. Maybe even take the elbows forward a bit, the hands back a bit, helping to deepen the push of the shoulder blades into your mid-back, deepening this back bend. Good. And then go ahead and bring the elbows and palms together in front of you, and you're rounding down and looking down. And you're feeling the shoulder blades widen at the back. Take some deep breaths there. Inhale here. And then exhale, drag the elbows back, palms open, open the heart. Good. And then release. Good. That just gets everything going there. All right. So now I'm going to have you take your knees apart, about shoulder width apart. Okay. Still sitting on the edge of your seat because there's so much suspense. And you're going to have the heels stacking underneath the knee for stability. Good. All right. So go ahead and take your right elbow down onto your right knee or thigh. Work your left shoulder back. So opening the chest. Good. Spiraling back as much as you can. Good. And then after a couple of breaths of doing that, keep the left shoulder working its way back and sweep the left arm up into the air and overhead. And you're reaching overhead, but you're also reaching slightly behind you. Good. Now, as you do that, you might notice your left hip really wants to come up off the chair. I'm going to ask you to ground the left hip as much as you can. And for the neck, you can look straight up if you'd like. You can look forward. You can look down. Do what feels good here. Breathe. Now, again, think about the left hip grounding. Really keep that going. I'm going to challenge you a little bit here. Get light on the right elbow so that you're not putting your whole weight on it, but you're still arcing to the side. And then if you can, take that right arm and extend out to the right as well, like you're holding a beach ball between your hands. Good, strong back here. And then with a strong inhale, lift yourself all the way up to center and relax the arms on down. Good, feel sensation. And then let's do the other side. Go ahead and take your left elbow down onto the left thigh. Just lean on over. And again, we're going to start just by spiraling the heart open. So take the right shoulder back. It might take a couple breaths to get there. Good. And then keep that right shoulder spiraling back. Reach the right arm up and over. And it's reaching overhead again, but it's also reaching behind you a bit, helping that heart to open. And breathe. Big length along the right side of the body. And as that right hip tries to come up off the chair, push it back down. Good. All right. So staying in the pose, think about grounding your right hip. Actually, don't think about it, just do it. Ground that right hip down and get light on the left elbow. Engage the core. And then extend your left arm out to the left like you're holding a beach ball between your hands. Good. Breathe here. And then with a strong inhale, come all the way up and release your arms on down. Nice strong laterals there. And sit up tall, knees still wide apart. With your exhale, just bend your elbows and allow yourself to fold forward. Staying for just a few breaths. Just feeling sensation. Last breath. And then inhale, press into the hands, lift yourself back up. All right, feeling good, feeling good. All right, what's next on my list? I keep a running list over here. That's why I would look over here every once in a while. It keeps me humble as far as where we're at in our sequence. So we're going to do another spinal flex. This is probably one that you've done with me before, but I'll turn to the side. So bring the knees closer together again, about hip width apart, heel stacking underneath, and the hands can just stay on the thighs this time. Then roll the shoulders up towards your ears, take them back behind you, and then look up, not just with the head, but feel the heart lift toward the ceiling and breathe. It's almost like there's a string at the center of the chest that's lifting toward the ceiling, pulling you up by your heart. Good, and then go ahead and shrug your shoulders up, bring yourself back up to a tall spine. Deep breath in. Then exhale, just fold over the thighs. And your hands can stay on your thighs if you'd like to, or maybe they want to hang down toward the floor. But release the neck when you get there. And as you're here, and as you're breathing, we're compressing the front of the body. So the movement for the breath really moves into the back body. So see if you can become sensitive to that. Back ribs expanding and contracting. One more breath here. And then with an inhale, go ahead and roll yourself on up. And feel sensation. All right. So from here, go ahead and slide to the back of your chair and be comfortable. We'll be here for just a few minutes in meditation. Make any final adjustments you need to. You can sit tall or you can relax toward the back of your chair. And the main, physical aim of our practice today has been to open up space around the heart. And not just the physical heart, the organ, but also the energetic heart, the space of compassion, love, joy. So see if you can just sense a spaciousness in and around the chest. Maybe it feels easier to breathe in this space. Mm. And holding your awareness in the space around your chest, the energetic heart. I'd like you to think of the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask the question, what brings you joy? The first thing that pops into your mind, what brings you joy? Don't question it, accept it. This thing brings you joy. That's amazing. So great. Feel it, know it. Then think of the next thing that pops into your mind when I ask the question, what brings you joy? What brings you joy? The next thing that pops into your head. And acknowledge it. This thing brings you joy. That's amazing. Feel it. Know it. And another thing, what else brings you joy? The next thing that pops into your mind, that brings you light, that makes you happy. What brings you joy? Don't question it, just accept it. It's amazing that something would bring you joy. That's awesome. Feel it, know it, accept it, welcome it. Welcome all these things, these three things you've thought of that bring you joy. Feel it, know it. Maybe repeat them in your mind or see them in your mind. Reminders of joy. You might even feel joy just by seeing them or knowing them. In fact, the one thing, at least the one thing that they all have in common is that they bring you joy. Feel that joy. A deep sense of peace and contentment, maybe excitement. All these things bringing you joy. And as you hold them in your awareness, you may start to understand that while they remind you of joy, that they're not the source of your joy. That deep sense of contentment and excitement and happiness is actually inside of you. And these things that you've remembered, they're wonderful because they bring this joy out in you. They remind you to shine your light. But the source of your joy is you. It always has been, deep within you. And you allow these things to bring the light out in you. And remember, as you seek happiness and contentment from the world, that it's actually already here. We get distracted from it. We have chaos sometimes, but when all that clears, when the storm settles, what we're left with truly at our center is this peace, it's this joy. So knowing that, sensing that, keeping that with you, you are the source of your joy. Take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you and rub them together. Bring those warm palms over your eyes, sweeping back over the top of your head, down the neck, bringing yourself back to your space. One thing that brings me joy is always teaching, being with you in this way. So thank you for that. Brings that out in me. And I hope you'll be able to connect to some of that as well. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care.